So the 7th Mission Impossible movie, Dead Reckoning Part 1 is about to hit theaters, and this is all you need to know before watching it. Let's start with the bittersweet news first of all. This could well be the last chapter of Tom Cruise as playing Ethan Hunt in the entire Mission Impossible series, because let's face it, the first Mission Impossible movie came out way back in 1996, and since then Tom Cruise is being playing Ethan Hunt and doing all those stunts, and now he's probably 60 or 61 years old. Though it is not official, but it still might be the last chapter of Tom Cruise as playing Ethan Hunt. But there is a silver lining to it. This entire story is been split into two different parts. So the first part, Dead Reckoning 1, is now releasing, and the second part, Dead Reckoning 2, will be releasing just next year, around the same time period at June end probably. So that might well be the final movie of Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt. But though in an interview recently, he just jokingly said that he was very impressed with Harrison Ford, that is still doing the Indiana Jones movie, and Tom Cruise jokingly said that he still wants to do Mission Impossible movies until he's 80 because of Harrison Ford that he is doing, so I want to do it as well, and I have about 20 years to catch up with him. Though Tom Cruise is excited to do Mission Impossible movies till he's 80, but still we might need to understand that this might be the last one for him. Moving on to the directors of the movie. The first 4 movies were directed by 4 different actors, but since the 5th movie, they have stuck to one single director. The name of the director is Christopher McQuarrie. So he directed the 5th movie, 6th movie, and now he directed the 7th and 8th movie as well. So we are very confident that we will get the same old thing which we got from the 5th movie. And which is a good thing actually, because when a director and an actor collaborate for the first time, they start a kind of a relationship with themselves. And they have proved themselves in the 5th and 6th movie, so we are very confident that they will pull off the same gigantic stunts and the same old story in an exciting and aggressive fashion in the final 2 movies, or the supposedly final 2 movies as well. So let's talk about the cast of the movie. First we will talk about the returning cast members. We still have Luther, we still have Benji, and Benji is probably my favorite character from the entire Mission Impossible series. And we have Ilsa as well joining the team, because in the last movie, Mission Impossible Fallout, we saw that Ilsa kind of reconciled with all the IMF members and then technically joined the team, officially in fact joined the team of IMF. Though in the 5th and 6th movie she was alongside Tom Cruise, helping him through the rough patches, but she was on the opposite side. She was working from MI6, but now she is officially a member of the IMF alongside Ethan Hunt, Luther and Benji. Talking about another returning character, you must be remember this girl. She was the broker, her name was White Widow. She is also returning for this movie, but in what capacity we don't know that yet. And now this cast member is the most interesting one because it holds the key for all the beginning of the end stuff that we are talking about for the Mission Impossible series. Do you remember him? He was Eugene Kittredge, the director of IMF in the first movie of Mission Impossible in 1996. And since then he was never mentioned, nor was he seen in any of the Mission Impossible movies, but he is returning for these final 2 movies, and definitely his role is going to be a key in figuring out what has happened throughout the years with IMF, the inside of IMF, and with the syndicate and all those things. So it's going to be really interesting to see his character returning. Now let's talk about the new cast members. The first and foremost is the new villain. His name is going to be Gabriel, and the actor who played Gabriel is Issa Morales. And obviously we have from the MCU 2 actress Hayley Atwell, who is going to play the character of Grace, and which is a very mysterious character because we don't know anything about Grace yet. And I think that is a good way to go with it because we want to be surprised as fans, isn't it? And another MCU actress named as Pom is going to play the character of Paris, and she might well be the assassin working for Gabriel. And let's come to the final point of this video and the biggest one, the stunts. Because Tom Cruise is known to doing his all stunts, and in this movie you might be knowing he literally rode a motorbike off the cliffs and used a parachute to go down and land safely and then escape. I mean, that is just ferociously crazy, and Paramount has heavily marketed this stunt as well. And you probably might be knowing that this stunt is not just you take one flight and then that's it. They in fact took 7 different takes, and the 7th take was reportedly the one that they used in the movie. And there are a lot of interesting behind the scenes stuff about this stunt as well, because the director in the behind the scenes video of that stunt has actually said that the camera that they used, or the camera that they needed to shoot that scene, didn't really exist until 2 years ago. And also they built practice tracks for the motorbike sequence, and Tom Cruise actually did different kinds of trainings. He did advanced skydiving, he did base training, he did control canopy training, and he also did motocross training as well. And that is probably all I think you need to know about Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. So if you like the video, please go ahead and like the video. If possible, comment as well your thoughts about this video and about Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. And thank you so much for watching.